Hello, my name's Alison and I'm the author of the Ollie and his Superpower books and I guess the creator of the Ollie model therapeutic intervention for wellbeing in children, young adults and adults. I just want to take a few minutes of your time to talk you through how the concept works and why it's a very favourable alternative to maybe what you're considering at the moment. There are current issues in that the therapeutic approaches that are available for educational programmes within schools and intervention when children actually need help are very limited in that they have to be, because of the amount of people that they're dealing with, be very box orientated. You have to fit in a box, tick box. And they're very much about don't do that, do this. They're not empowering. So what we needed to do was to find something that would work for all schools, regardless of the diversity and the flexibility that that school needed. And it needed to be fitting within budgets, it needed to fit within your requirements within the school for the children that you have at the school. But I think more importantly what it needed to do, which I don't think is happening at the moment, is actually empower people. And the Ollie model does just that. It doesn't just preach, it actually shows young adults, children, how to take back control of their emotions rather than being controlled by them. And what we do is we have a complete package. So we have a programme that can be implemented very simply in schools for children from junior all the way through to senior and in fact into teenage years, that allows the teachers very, very simply to build up the concept of taking back control of your emotions and not being afraid of them, work with them, deal with them, understand them so that you're empowered all the way. But that wasn't enough, because if we just worked with the child and we didn't work with the people in their environment, the teachers, the parents, then they couldn't exercise that muscle. So one of the key things that we do is we actually integrate and encourage parents and teachers to be involved, and we do that through parents' evenings so the parents can take over from any intervention and any training and programs that we have in the school, because that's where kids are most of the time, at home with mum and dad. And we teach the parents how to use these things, but we also teach the teachers how. So many of the schools we're working in, teachers are walking around the school pulling an emotion out and talking to it rather than having to exclude the child. And they're educating the children to do that themselves, and so are the parents when they're at home. Our approach is completely flexible. We have a set of tools that are ideal for very diverse situations, and it'll depend what you need, and we're very open to making sure that the package that we deliver to you is specific for you. Flexible, affordable, but most importantly, empowering. Thank you.
My name's David Pyle, I'm head teacher of Weald Community Primary School just outside Sevenoaks in Kent. Over the last month or two we've been very pleased to welcome to the school Ollie and his Superpowers and the great team of red t-shirted ladies who come into the school to talk to the children as part of our children's mental health programme. We had a full week of assemblies, and out of them all, I have to say, without offending our other participants, Ollie and his Superpowers were able to really enliven the children to think about their own mental health, some of the problems and anxieties which they experience, and to put forward some very clear, simplistic but highly effective strategies that they can use at home. More recently we've had a parents' workshop at the school, and the reason that I've been opening my arms to this is because there is nothing more important in education these days than giving our children the emotional armoury to cope with their future lives. We live in a sort of fast-moving world. The pressures of social media, the pressures of forming relationships in a world which is spinning ever faster are all too evident. And what we need to be doing is to make sure that they have that emotional stability, that emotional intelligence to control their own feelings and emotions. So we've been very pleased to collaborate with Ollie and his Superpowers in this regard, and we look forward to working with them more productively in the future. Thank you.
So hi, I'm Caroline Ireland, and I'm actually a teacher here at War Boys Primary School, and I'm also now a resident Ollie coach.
I'm Angela Boxall. I'm head teacher at Wall Boys Primary School, and we were the first schools in this area, one of the first schools in this area to promote Ollie coaching, thanks to a random person who introduced us to Alison and the concept of Ollie training.
And basically, the moment that you embrace, the moment you even get exposed to Ollie, you just absolutely know what it's going to do for the children. So as a school, and I'm sure Angela will agree with me, we've struggled a little bit with, you know, standards are great, we've moved standards up, but actually the emotional well-being of some of the children, have we been accessing that in the right way? Particularly, you know, we have curriculum, we have PSHE curriculum, etc., but really is that targeting what the children need? And sometimes the additional services don't feel like they come quick enough, so we felt we needed something ourselves. So we had a day of Ollie training, actually for all the staff, which was incredible. We had a parents' evening training, and it was from that I just thought, this is something that I have to do. So I also then embraced the training myself to become an Ollie coach, and it's just made the world of difference to us. Not only having the Ollie coach in, but just the way that teachers talk about emotional well-being, the way teachers talk about that with the children, the way the children talk to each other, actually the way we deal with parents as well, some of the techniques we can use to make that process a lot easier as well.
It's all about the introduction of children taking the ownership of their emotions and dealing with how big an emotion is, talking through the basics. And we've, as an impact on school, found behaviours, particularly in the non-structured times, playtime, lunch times, obviously even going home, their anxiety's changed, it's reduced, and we've had less issues at playtime, and that's been a massive impact. It has been a whole school initiative, and that's really crucial. But it's the children themselves who've taken ownership with Ollie and Ollie's stories. They've come back as at the moment, we've got a set of 3 stories, and we've used those through assemblies and linked all the key vocabulary to that as well. Children are brilliant taking this on board.
And we just can't recommend it enough. It'll just make the world of difference. If all schools adopted this approach, then emotional well-being across all schools would just be completely different.
Thank you to Ollie.